Treason against my soul. Against my soul. Treason against my soul. 'Cause I can see you in my dreams, and to be without you feels like treason against my soul. Treason against my soul. Against my soul.
My man Tino said fourth quarter, finish the year strong. That's what I'm talking about. Shout out to everybody. Let me just slow it down. Shout out to everybody jumping on the A&R Desk today. Today, we still got music submission. Business questions are always welcome. But today we got live pitching. And I put it out there. If anybody got an idea of something that they wanted to pitch, they can feel free to put "I'm ready" in the chat. So if you got music and you want some music played, please continue submitting just for music. You do not have to submit a pitch, but we opened up the floor for that, and we do have, two people submitted what looks like they want to pitch. One person, shout out to Tino, he put "I'm ready." So yo, Tino, I know you in the chat right now. Do you want a few more records to play? Do you want to go live? Do you want to call in? How you want to do that? Do you still want to pitch it? Now, I looked over both emails. I looked over it. I didn't go in depth because I wanted to come in as if it was being presented clearly in front of me. So I didn't want to have time to research or have an edge. So I stopped. But I'm throwing that out there. I'm throwing that out there to Tino, because Tino's first up. He was the first one to send that email. So Tino, you let me know how you feeling. We're gonna go on to another record. This song is from Henny Holyfield. This song is called Seasons Change. He said a few more records play. But I'll call in. All right, cool. We're gonna play some more records. I'm gonna put the number on the screen real quick, right there, 917-663-4433. So we're gonna go into the Season Change, and then probably play a few more records. And Tino, when you feel you worked it out, you could call in and we do it. All right, we do it. And again, today is not about me making a mockery of anybody or fooling or making anyone feel like they're not ready. This is to show in live essence. A lot of times when I'm talking about pitching, it's one-sided because I'm just explaining it. But when someone's actually in the moment and the viewers and the listeners can see it, we could get a better idea of some of the things. And then I could highlight the strengths and everything like that. You know what I'm saying? So again, I'm going to start with Tino, but when he's ready, and then I know, Jay, I don't know if you want to do that. And I also know Valor Vision had sent one weeks ago. So, let me know. And again, disclaimer, if anybody's waving at me, the interface on the phone for some reason is blank. It gives me one or two people I could wave to. So I'm not dubbing anybody. I don't want nobody to be like, oh, he been waving at me for damn near 2 years on this show and today he not. So just a disclaimer on that. I don't pump like that. But we're going to go into Season Changes. This is Henny Holyfield, and we're going to keep the set going, y'all. So check this out.
Sometimes life is cray, but it feels good that I can't say. No matter the seasons change, you and me are gonna remain. Life takes the cake. I'll say come with me, 'cause then we'll seize the day. You and me are gonna remain.
Big vibes, bar side, ninja karaoke. Springtime nightlife, got all the ladies on me. Vibe check told me you cool as a breeze. Looking hotter than a car with no AC. Down to 15, doing a buck and some change. That graveyard special is calling my name. We getting breakfast and drinks, play a couple of games. Ever gamble with love? I bet you'll change. Out of state style, but it's Vegas crazy. Out every night yelling
Vegas, baby.
Looked me in the eyes, told me let's make babies. Be girl for life, so I made her my lady. It's what I'm doing now, is showing you passion. Half of what all those others is lacking. So ride with me, close your eyes and see. Move in for the kids, baby, stop and breathe.
Sometimes life is cray, but it feels good that I can't say. No matter the seasons change, you and me are gonna remain. Life takes the cake. I'll say come with me, 'cause then we'll seize the day. You and me are gonna remain.
Hey, it's a beautiful day under the sun. Summertime, it's got to be at least 101. I feel the heat when I step outside. The sky is real lit. Can't lie, wish that I had somebody to chill with. Someone I could step out and share a good meal with. Or we could just chill at the house and get the grill lit. Conversate about the things we like to do. And my intuition is telling me that might be you. So how about you take a chance like a slot machine? Hop in my whip and we could kick it like a soccer team. Twist up a chopper, maybe take a couple shots of him. But I understand if that's not your thing. Just know I got you, queen. Let's make some plans to do lots of things. Don't really dance, but I could two-step, rock and lean. And if you dig what I'm saying, you and me can hang. Enjoy each other's company and watch the seasons change. What's up?
Sometimes life is cray, but it feels good that I can't say. No matter the seasons change, you and me are gonna remain. Life takes the cake. I'll say come with me, 'cause then we'll seize the day. You and me are gonna remain.
That was Seasons Change, Henny Holyfield. I know they was saying a sample on that, but shout out to Henny Holyfield. It's been a little while since we heard some stuff from him. If you just jumping on right now, salute to everybody that is on. We're doing live pitching. Of course, if you want to just submit a record, you could submit a record. Send a friend's record. If you think it's dope music, send it. Get some exposure. But today we got pitching. And right now we got one live brother. One brother say he gonna call in, so we're gonna see when he ready. But what we're gonna continue doing is we're gonna go into some more music that was submitted. So right now, let me just check the list of what's next. All right, we're gonna go into this is one of our Is It a Smash winners. I believe she said she was 16 when she wrote it and recorded this. So check this out. This is Tatiana. This song is called River. Yo, Tino, let me know when you're ready. I'm kind of excited. To hear what you got to pitch. But this is River by Tatiana. No pressure.
This is the A&R Desk with Spot Brooklyn.
Oh, how do I rewrite a wrong? Go back in time. And oh, how do I reverse the lie that I have told? I'm slowly drowning. How do I fix it so that I can come up for air? Help me find a person. Don't wanna be alone. Can someone please help me? I've been walking through the mountains. Can't find a place to sleep. Can't find a place to sleep. And I've been hunting for quite some time. Can't find nothing to eat. I'm slowly drowning. How do I fix it so that I can come off it? Pull me out of this river of drowning souls, wider than the ocean, deeper than the sea. Help me find a person. Don't wanna be alone. Can someone please help me?
We're gonna save wait a minute. We're gonna save wait a minute. So we're gonna hold off in a minute on wait a minute. Shout out to everybody that's on right now. Alright, today was pitching. Miss J, I see that email. If you want to send your Ghost Carter, what's good? If you want to send your music in, you can send your music in. You know how we do. We most definitely get to that. We do have a brother he's calling in. Okay, let's answer this. Let's answer this call. Why it's not letting me answer? Hello? Hello? You hear me?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
I hear you. This might sound crazy. I always heard radio say, "Hey, could you turn the device down in the background?" I never knew, the importance of it per se, but this is the first time I gotta say, make sure the device in the background. I heard myself like, whoa, I was a little thrown off. How you doing today, my brother?
I'm good. How you doing, Spud?
I'm all right. First and foremost, I want to say thank you for taking the chance of pitching an idea live on the air, so people could get an idea and a feel, and that's what we do on this platform. But I'm really curious to hear what you got to do. So this is what I'm gonna do. It's 9:48 right now. I'm gonna give you to 9:58 to see if you could shake some stuff. I'm gonna ask a few questions, and then we'll dissect it from there. But the floor is yours, my brother.
Nah, the first thing I want to say is shout out to this platform. Shout out to you, Spud. I love what you're doing here. You're giving artists a chance. You're giving everybody a chance to learn. We need more things like this. This shit is already popping, but when it pops for a real, man, the world's not ready. Thank
you, my brother. I really appreciate that.
So what I'm going to be pitching today is 3P Records and Management.
Okay.
We are an artist management group. So 3P Records and Management is a next generation artist management company that redefines how artists and executives succeed together. At 3P, artists aren't just clients, they are equity partners, motivated by performance incentives, financial security, and holistic support. The name 3P reflects our vision. In the sports world, 3P is winning 3 championships in a row, symbolizing dominance and legacy in sports. We aim to help artists achieve sustained greatness and build music dynasties. So the concept is basically traditional management firms that we're all used to often leave artists very vulnerable. They don't provide them with any financial education. They give them 0 to no equity, and there's no structured well-being or support for the artist. There are a few emerging equity firms like Artist Equity and Versewire that provide partial ownership, but rarely combine like performance incentives, guaranteed financial guidance, and mental health resources for the artist. And just for context, Artist Equity was launched in 2022 by Ben Affleck and Matt Damon. Artist Equity is a production company that reimagines the relationship between talent and studio. that company aims to expand, profit participation alongside, talent-friendly environments. However, they're not really doing what we're trying to do.
Okay.
For more context, there's another company called Versewire. It was founded in 2022 and seeks to replace traditional label contracts with a venture capital style model. This approach allows artists to retain their rights and treats them as their business partners, offering equity. However, they're still not doing what we're trying to do. So what makes us different? 3P offers a revolutionary approach. We offer equity ownership for all artists. So as soon as artists sign with 3P, they receive a baseline equity stake in the business, which can increase with tenure. So how many years that they stay in the actual business, and performance milestones as well. We also got a few sports style performance incentives that are tiered basically off of like chart placements, streaming benchmarks, sold out tours, and their brand impact. However, that's not really what we're about either. That's just something that we offer, but what we really, really want to get to is the security for the artist. So what we want to do is guarantee that an artist has a CPA or some type of financial advisory support. From day one, artists receive expert financial guidance, ensuring earnings are protected and wealth building is maximized for the first 5 years. And I know some of you might be wondering why the first 5 years.
Okay.
That is because we offer an exit bonus. So we require artists to complete 5 years of financial literacy and management courses that we will provide. That way, whenever an artist does feel as if they're ready to leave 3P, after completing the full 5-year financial literacy program, their equity doubles. So let's say, for example, you had a 2% equity in a company, you would leave with 4. So what that does for the artist is it encourages them to fully engage with the program, maximize them re-signing with us, and positions 3P as the first management company truly focused on artist wealth and legacy. This approach doubles, their equity, rewards their discipline, loyalty, and education. It's a win-win for the artist, and it's a win-win for us because we get to re-sign our artists.
Nice.
The second thing that we're really, really proud of is a comprehensive well-being program. That is access to licensed mental health professionals and substance abuse counseling for our artists. This is kind of modeled after like athlete support systems that they use to maintain peak performance. Incorporating substance abuse support and mental health counseling is a huge advantage for us. It shows that we as a company prioritize artists' well-being and their longevity, not just their financial success. We can position it as a part of our championship culture model. It's just like when elite athletes have coaches, trainers, and therapists to maintain their peak performance, artists need mental, emotional, and physical support to sustain long-term careers. And, if the artist is mental and physical and emotional is all doing well, then that's when the beauty comes in. That's when they can create, the beauty in art.
Nice.
Another thing that we offer is in-house contract review. So all outside brand deals that an artist can get will be reviewed by our legal team at no additional cost to the artist. This ensures that artists always secure the best possible agreements, avoid exploitative contracts, and further contribute to long-term wealth building. And why would we do that for free? Because our artists are our equity partners. And because of that, the more money that they make, the more money essentially we're going to make eventually as well.
Yeah, most definitely.
And then another thing is collaborative growth. That is team incentives for cross-artist collaborations and collective company success. Meaning, if 2 artists want to do features together, they can potentially get more equity or gain more in the business. Artists are going to be inspired to collaborate with one another, and when they know that they can potentially earn more by collaborating with fellow label mates. This also promotes like a all-in culture for 3P.
Nice. We got a 3-minute count. Just give me a heads up.
I'll open the floor to some questions.
So I got a question. You mentioned the equity for the label, right? I mean for the artist. Is the equity for the artist per record or per signing?
No, so from the jump, as soon as they sign up with repeat records and management, they receive some form of equity in the business.
Nice. How many artists you have signed now?
So we have zero artists signed right now,
Okay.
but that's why I'm here. I'm here seeking the guidance on how to make this into a reality.
Gotcha. Okay. Because I hear a lot of stuff. My next thing was gonna be the financial stability of that. You mentioned redefines. You spoke about the equity. I forgot the full name company that Ben Affleck and them created. What redefines that model? Like if they came to me right now, what redefines their model compared to yours?
So they don't give artists equity up front. Artists are able to, gain equity after, several years or after several tenures. We start from the jump, showing how much that we're invested in our artist. We also, again, what we pride ourselves on is not just giving them equity because, anybody can get money. It's about how you keep your money. A lot of these artists, they're broke. They're living paycheck to paycheck, but people don't understand this. So what
Yeah,
we're
for
trying
sure.
to do is create, financial wellness for these artists, financial legacy.
Okay. No, I respect that. Now, right now, if I said to you right now, yo, I love this. I got 14 artists right now that I want to launch into this. We want that equity. Two of them is stressed the fuck out. They're going crazy. I need that mental aspect. Do you have the capacity to man that right now?
Right in this moment, I'm gonna be completely honest with you. No, but very soon.
Gotcha.
And I know that's not necessarily a straightforward answer, but I do plan on going into 2026, being able to manage that.
Okay. I like the transparency. I like the transparency. So what you're pitching is the startup for this. This is not like active. Like this is the startup pitch for this.
That's correct.
So now with this startup pitch, are financially, if say for instance, I love this model, which I like what you're presenting. Financially, are you capable to man that if I say let's move forward, or is it financially your financial backing is what you're looking for?
So I would be putting in money as well, but I would be looking for financial backing.
Okay, because
I ha- I have I
that
have
wasn't in the pitch.
I I, I have one potential investor. I don't know if I should disclose how much he
No.
should.
Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that.
Okay, okay.
Yeah. No, I respect that. No. Like again, I'm really listening, but I don't want to put you out there as well. Like I want to be careful with that. Now, my next question to you, and you kind of answered that one already with the financial backing and the artistry of that. Why me?
Well, you have not only experience in the game, you've been at everywhere from Universal to Sony, to etc. But you also are an artist, so you've experienced starting up as an artist. You've experienced the struggles. Um, I see your vision right now is very artist based and artist focused, and that's very similar to what we're trying to do. We're trying to be for the artist, not necessarily for the for we are artist based,
Gotcha.
not necessarily.
Gotcha. Yo, my brother, I wanna commend you on presenting it and sharing and going through it. I'm gonna give my pluses. I'm gonna give my now, we out of the pitching right now. Now it's just me and we back to building. I want to give some of your pluses and I love the business model and the structure. I like the layout. They said the chat asked the question and I'm gonna get to the chat in a second. I was unclear with the pitch, and that's kind of why I automatically asked about the financial backing, and what it would take, and that's why I threw 14 artists on We Ready to Go Now, because initially I was taking the pitch as this was something you were already established doing, and you wanted artists, or you wanted a partner in the artist. So the pitch, I came in, listening, I'm going in it with a certain way, but as you're going, I can tell, or I can make the assumption that it was the backing, like the partnership in that. So that was my only thing in the pitch, because stating that to paint a better picture of the involvement. A lot of my questions were already like, say, label and management company conversation and not investment. But I love the layout. I like how detailed, I even like how you went into some research. And when I asked you the why me, always. And because you went first, a lot of people got a head start now if they try to pitch now. But you always want to incorporate the person you pitching with. That why is very important. Even if you blowing smoke up their ass, that why is very important, because chances are if you're coming to someone, they already know, they already have the edge, they have something you want. So you want to pry them to trust and get that to you. But dope stuff, bro. I most definitely want to holler at you on some other stuff, possibly even a little bit more about this. I want to hear some more about this. But thank you, my brother, for taking. I know it ain't easy. But you did your thing, man. Salute to you. Let's give a round of applause on that.
Nah, I appreciate y'all. Appreciate the opportunity for allowing me to pitch. I want all, constructive criticism. I'm trying to make this better, so I appreciate y'all for real.
I'm gonna give you one question from the chat, and they ask, what about if an artist isn't producing according to the financial projections and expectations? How do you supplement that on the front end in terms of upfront equity mention?
So if the artist is not producing, that means that we're not producing.
There's no equity.
Pardon me?
No, there won't be no equity.
There won't be no equity. If the artist is not producing, that means we're not producing. So essentially, we are business partners with the artist. The artist is not working for us. We work together. We are in this together, partners.
Yeah. There you go. Nah. Most definitely. I wanted you to answer that. I was going to answer it, but I wanted you to answer it because it is your pitch. But thank you again, my brother.
Thank you.
Say no more, man. So that was really dope, y'all. Y'all got to hear a pitch. It's really, I will say, it's not as easy as some people let you run for the 10 minutes. And the reason why I did 10 minutes, it's usually 8. If you don't grab me in 8 minutes, and I'm not saying me per se, but a lot of the meetings that I've been in, if you don't grab them in 8 minutes, you won't grab them at all. So I gave it 10 for some leeway. I know it's a little awkward over the phone. It's the first time. But again, it's more for the experience. But let's get back into some music. I do see we have another person said pitch. But we're going to go into some music real quick. We're going to go into Wait a Minute because we had a few minutes. And then we're going to go into some more. Yo, Castro, I see that Certified Gauge exclusive. So we most definitely going to get to that. Miss J, I see you, and Ghost Carter. Let's go into In a Minute. And we'll be right back.
It's been a minute since I called them calls that never called till them calls came in. Of course they wanna pause. Connections got lost, they forcing the recalls. I'm crossing over courts, they crawling in Jordan 4s. Stand up, homie, why you talking from the floor? And I don't look down, so we ain't talking at all. My head's to the north, I'm forwarded in my thoughts. I compassed my heart, my morals, I never lost. So how you gonna talk devaluing what I lost? To calculate the value, a mountain of what it costs. It was mountains that I crossed. While shackles I had to walk. I took a few falls, some walks I had to crawl. That's why I go hard, these bruises don't wear off. 7 days a week, I'm moving at 24. That's hours of rims, whatever you focused on. It been a minute.
Wait a minute. I ain't heard back, now I get it. Seconds move fast in a minute. I could run a class with a pivot. Oh no. Wait a minute. I ain't heard back, now I get it. Seconds move fast in a minute. I could run a class with a pivot. Oh,
it's been a minute since I spit it, I shifted to listen as I witnessed every word spoke, forbidden with hopes the good rid it. I ain't even take the shot, you tallying the misses. I hit him with the pivot, had faith and did it. Came back, time flies and watching even ticking. How you in my business and we ain't got no business. Home team in business, you the one that isn't. And I ain't even tripping. The flights I take is interest. You see it cause I post it. Now you get the picture. I had you in my mind, frame it, high display. You bled out of eye range, divide the page. Feelings got torn, no supplying the tape. Feelings got worn, so I stapled my place. On my piece, this is peace. Talk is cheap, and we ain't gotta speak. It been a minute.
Wait a minute, wait a minute. I ain't heard back, now I get it, now I get it. Seconds move fast in a minute, I could run the class with a pivot on.
That right there was In a Minute by yours truly featuring Saeed. Shout out to everybody jumping on. If you just jumped on, you missed the whole live pitch. Shout out to Tino with his, I think it was 3-peak management. I like the concept. I like what he had going on. We had some pros and cons of that, but most definitely dope to set it off, my brother. Appreciate you. I do see we have one more pitch and a possible. So if your effing genius, if you want, I know you said if you want me to read it, I saw the chat. I could read it, point out some stuff, or you could come on and share your stuff. It's up to you, my brother. But what we're gonna do is we're gonna keep the set going a little bit longer. And then I also see, I don't mean to say your government, but that's the emails popping out. I see one from Hunter. I see a pitch. So we're gonna go to that pitch. If Hunter is on, I'm not sure who was Hunter. Let me just click the email. Maybe their handle was in there. I be trying not to say nobody. I'm old school. You say somebody's government, man. I don't know. But Hunter, I see it says pitch. So let me know. Miss Jackson said no reading. Now I'll read it. Uh-oh, we got a phone call. Let's answer this. Hello? Hello, can you hear us? You're live on the air.
Yo.
Oh, what's going on?
Genius.
What's going on? Hi. Yes, sir. This is Spud. How you doing?
Yeah, I hear you. I'm here.
Okay.
What's good, brother? How you doing?
I'm okay. So I take it you doing the
I had
pitch.
to take a quick break so I could do this pitch real quick.
Okay. Say no more. I'm gonna give you the floor, man. It's 10:08 right now.
I'm ready.
Let's go for it. So set it off, my brother.
All right. So straight to it, just so it's known. The reason why I'm pitching is because I want to explain to you why I think I'm the next A&R spot culture before a charge for SMG.
Okay.
Hello?
Yeah, I hear you going out a little bit, but I can hear you. You can hear me?
Y'all hear me?
We can hear you. It's probably the service where you at. Miss JC, who that? That is J Styles on
I
the.
hear you.
You hear me?
Yeah, so I said I'm pitching because I want to.
We can't hear you.
So I'm pitching because I want to. Yeah, I hear you.
Okay, we having a hard time. It's going in and out.
Oh man, this is bad.
Oh, we got disconnected just now. But what we're gonna do anyway? We're gonna go. Oh, so okay. Hunter is H2 code. If you got your pitch, Hunter. I mean H2 code. I'm sorry. I keep just going by the email. I'm old school. If you got your pitch ready, let me know. We could do it. And we're gonna try to get F and Genius back on J Styles. He goes by F and Genius on Instagram. Yep, that was J Styles. He's calling back. Let's see if this works. Hello?
Yo, this Bud?
Yes.
What up, baby boy? This Ghost Carter.
Yo, okay, we got a different call. I wasn't even prepared for that call. What's going on, Ghost Carter? How you doing? You live on the air.
I'm awesome, man. I'm awesome. Yeah, I wanted to reach out to you. I didn't know if it was kind of just call when you get the chance, or I didn't know if it was an order to thing.
It's okay. So I take it. That's how the game goes sometimes.
That's right.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, and
how
I
I
wanted
go.
to be proactive. So
So
man, this opportunity is beyond dope, man. It's major. I rock with you like crazy. I appreciate you, your expertise, man. You a hell of a dude, man. And I would really just I want to kind of get into a brief overview of kind of where I'm at and why I think that me working and being able to rock with you and Miss J would be dope. You know what I
okay,
mean?
cool.
And so the biggest thing that really stands out to me is one, I identify with your story overall, bro. Your story is so similar to mine. And I had a conversation with Miss J and I was telling her like, man, you just have no idea how much I identify with sport. Just on the strength of the journey, the
Okay,
journeys was kind of similar, the amount of time away, all of that, but really had no business ever even getting caught up in some of the things I did when I had to go sit down for a minute, sort of like you was away at college, went away to school, was smart, all of that stuff, right? But sticking your hands in shit, at the end of the day, you ain't got no business sticking your hands into.
get you.
Shit washes up. You know what I mean? And so, but in any event, with that being said, in a nutshell, went, sat down. I was on the cut. I've been rhyming all my life since I was 9 years old, since I was a shorty. I believe me and you got to be about the same age or close in age. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
But was bubbling. I'm from the south side of Chicago. Had a lot of dope shit going on at the time, man. Always been known for being a dope ass MC. Flew out to Def Jam. This was like in my early 20s. I was young.
Okay.
Flew out to Def Jam. At the time, Eddie Rivera was the A&R out there. Up on the 26th floor in the Universal building. I want to say went up there and had a
Okay.
hell of an opportunity. But at the time, it was like the Hot Boys and Nelly and them had all just ended up getting signed to these big distribution deals. I came from a big camp. I was kind of looking to land something like that where it's like, yo, we want to do our own thing. Like we want to chime out our acts according to what we think is dope, XYZ, and I was kind of really pushing for that. But Def Jam was like, nah, Ghost, like that shit sound good, but we ain't on that shit at Def Jam right now. Like, you want to talk about you, Ghost? Let's do this shit now. We can lock this shit in. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I didn't. Young motherfucker was kind of arrogant, a little cocky. Some shit was going on in Atlantic too. I was trying to create a little bit more, kind of trying to wait shit out and trying to see where the cake was gonna be.
Okay.
But end up getting popped behind all of that. Didn't take the offer. End up getting popped. Had to sit down. That shit hunted me on my bunk for
I get
ever
you.
since for a long time. You know what I mean? But anyway, so fast forward. All I did was stay in school. I took so many courses, it's ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? Just got myself super sharp. End up coming home, trained to become a firefighter. I worked for the post office, was a letter carrier. I done done all kind of shit, you know what I'm saying, that defeated odds. That's, nah, you can't do this. You can't get this job. You can't do. I killed all that, you know what I'm saying, like made people eat that. Like, because you're not going to tell me no, you know what I'm saying? But anyway, long story short, just giving you an overview.
Okay.
With that being said, now I'm a real estate agent, right? And I also hold wholesale property. That's my niche. So with that being said, I deal with contracts all day long. I sell $800,000 houses. I sell them over the phone. I sell $500,000 houses, $350,000 houses. I do deals all day long as a real estate agent and as a wholesaler of properties out here in Arizona, right? I'm from Chicago, but I'm currently out here in Arizona. So as far as business sense and all of that, things are intact, right? This is what I do all the time. So with that being said, how I feel like the reason I was getting into that is to say, hey, I'm not just in my 20s. I'm not just, I don't have all the answers at all, and I need assistance. And I would love to partner with somebody like you because you have a bit more of a blueprint and some guardrails because you kind of been there, done that, and the connections that you know. So the thing that I'm reaching out about and pitching is I would love to be able to tour like crazy overseas, right? And I would be able to get my music in front of a larger audience overseas. I feel like my music is going to catch right here. It's already starting to catch now that I started to release things. I'm 3 singles deep. I got a single coming out tonight. And people are the brand awareness is starting to grow, right? And I'm growing it organically. I'm not just shelling out a bunch of money for frivolous, bogus followers and bogus likes and none of that, right? Because I don't want to do that. Because my thing is this: I don't want to come to your city, be advertising, hey, I got 11 million streams and I can't pack a 3,000 seat venue. No, I'm not gonna be that guy. I don't want to do that, right? I want to cater to my audience. I want to cater to my people. Sure, if I go platinum, awesome. But right now, I'm on some fuck you pay me. It's not even about that, right? I want my diehard Ghost Carter fans, whether that's 10,000, 80,000. When I drop something, they're gonna spend that money. Whether it's a sweatshirt, whether it's a CD, they're gonna drop that $10, right?
Okay.
And that's what I'm looking to capture. And I feel like in that space, bro, I feel like me working with you, I feel like you definitely would know how to help me capture that. You know what I'm saying? Because my audience is a certain type of audience where they appreciate real hip hop. Now, when we take it to overseas, like I just think it's such a bigger opportunity because they still love that real hip hop. You know what I'm saying? And that feeling. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like I don't know what that looks like. I can't get there fast enough on my own. I don't have the resources. I don't have the connections. I work every day. I still got a job. You know what I'm saying? It ain't like when I was just hustling and I could just pour all my excess time into this, right? I got a family, so it's like I need help in terms of I'm not a part of the machine, right? I don't have that big machine behind me pushing me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so I don't feel like I need much. I can speak for myself. I can articulate myself in a room full of individuals. I don't ever want to be the brightest, biggest brain in the room. You know what I'm saying? But I want to surround myself with the right people who are, and together we're the biggest brain. We're a big brain, not necessarily the biggest brain. But with that being said, too, the last thing I want to do is win with the wrong people in place, though.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm trying to win with the right people in place, and I feel like you would be a dope piece of the puzzle, bro.
Gotcha. I got a few questions. You mentioned your audience, and I love the fact that you said you didn't want to pack a place or get a place and can't pack it. Right now, what is your demographic viewership rate look like?
Well, in terms of, again, so with doing things the way that I'm doing, it's not anything crazy, right? It's not going crazy right now. So I mean, like right now I'm in Chicago, so a lot of my demographic in Chicago is New York, East Coast heavy, you know, just based on the way I rhyme. Plenty East Coast, scattered around about in some spots as far as out of the country, you know what I'm saying? Nothing crazy, but real East Coast heavy. West Coast, now that I've been out here in Arizona and I'm making a lot of connections and I'm doing shows and stuff and starting to get people getting very familiar out here too. So, but really Midwest and East Coast is really like what my style really gravitates towards.
At this moment, we don't know a overall like your analytic rate right now for like at this very moment. We don't have that at hand right now.
Right, exactly. I don't have a ton of analytics at all because again, I'm only 3 singles deep right now, and I'm just really starting to release my album. You know what I'm saying? Bits and pieces of my album. The album is been done, but I didn't want to just throw it all out there. I'm kind of old school with it in that I'm trying to build my brand awareness. I'm trying to get people super familiar, and when I drop the album, there's no way I want to drop my whole album on no shit like Spotify. You know what I mean?
I get
you. I'm just creating brand awareness.
I got you. And you mentioned overseas, like touring overseas. Is there a specific location that you're focusing on based on your music, demographic?
Yeah. I would love to actually go to. I feel like spots like I feel Germany is big and still love some real hip hop. You know, I think I would love to see Morocco. Like Morocco is gravitating. They're rocking with a lot of hip hop over there. And then I feel like definitely like I want to go to Paris. Paris is rocking with hip hop, you know, Italy, Germany, you know, I feel like these places just, especially like in Germany, you know, they just appreciating some real dope hip hop right now. When I'm watching Conway and I'm watching Benny the Butcher, like I'm from that school, we all about the same age, and I'm from that kind of era of hip hop. That was people that was grown from like the Big Daddy Kanes, the Cool G's, the Rakims, you know what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
And they loving that shit out there, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. They loving it. They most definitely love the music out there. Now, this is gonna be another question I have. Now, as far as the investment rate to get the locations and book a tour overseas, how much of the percentage you feel you will be kicking back, say to the company?
Yeah, I feel like that's a negotiable thing, and I feel like what I'm willing to do is like if we can get these shows locked in, I feel like that's something that we can visit in the moment. Right now, I would say so. Standard, typical management fees would typically be something around like 20%. And so here's my thought on that, right? So I'm willing to do more than that, even in this because I feel like you're worth your weight in gold, for one. For two, I feel like you're resourceful enough to pull it off. And three, I feel like if we land on a good situation, it doesn't have to be anything like we're going to commit to like a 5 year, a 3 year, 5 year. I feel like we shoot our shot for 1 year. We try it, we go, we see what that looks like. Because I love to perform and I rock the hell out of some shows too. And I feel like we could revisit that. We could talk about it and even beef up that partnership. But I would easily be willing to do, like, in this regard, like 30, maybe even 35% just on the strength to get it rolling. You know what I'm saying? Just because I think that I've had some conversations with other managers and people wanted to do like A&R work, but kind of like on a non-exclusive level, right? Where it's like, hey, if I land you these gigs, I find you these opportunities for the opportunities that I generate 20%. You know what I'm saying? Which is cool, but there's no real commitment. There's no skin in the game. That's like you move when you feel like it. When you need the money, you might want to bust a move for me. You don't really have skin in the game. You're not really vested. You know what I'm saying? So I want somebody that's vested, see the vision, hear the music, rock with it, and we're both working hard. You know?
I get you. My brother, thank you for pitching that.
Yes, sir.
I love the energy. I'm gonna give a little, education. I'm gonna give a little good. I'm gonna give a little the pause and the positive and negatives, or just the insights of it. One of the great things that you did was you created a relative essence from the beginning. You spoke about the journeys. You warmed up the conversation with that. That just tightened that up a little bit more, but that was good because now it creates a different conversation level. Even I'm gonna give it to you. Even with that speech in the beginning, I overlooked the time, so you cued in on that. One of the things that was like just on a business sense when you mentioned the tour. Now, shout out to Golden 562. When we were setting up shows, one venue could run about close to 5 stacks. That's one venue. So if you estimate, four locations, that's 20K right there. Now we're talking overseas. So when pitching a business thing with a financial backing, not only the percentage of what should be gained or shared from the revenue, but also the expense, especially if it's a partnership. Per se, that's something to keep in consideration. That could be a deal breaker. You know what I'm saying? For individual be like, nah, this is gonna cost us too much to take a chance on Morocco and Germany when we really don't even know his demographic.
That's fair.
You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna say this to everybody, and I'm putting my word out there. I'm gonna say this to everybody. After this, I'm not gonna say tomorrow, whatever, but everybody who did pitch, everybody who does pitch, I want to have a conversation further, just to talk about some of the things that could be strengthened and options to that. Not necessarily might not be me, but it might be. It also might be me, my brother. But thank you again for pitching that, my dude.
Yeah.
Especially on the platform. Especially on the fly, you saw it on the chat, and you like, yo, hold on, I'm pitching.
Yeah, that's all. Yeah, I wasn't really prepared for it, so that's why I didn't have numbers in like a real pitch. But it's something that was on my mind and dear to me, and it's something that I feel like take me next level. You know what I'm saying? Nah,
I most definitely know that, and I'm not pitbulling the conversation like I know they would, because it's not about me. It's not about me showing how they would be. It's about giving y'all the tools to maneuver through it. You know what I'm saying? So,
exactly.
You know what I'm saying? But most definitely, thank you again, my brother.
Man, I appreciate you, big broski.
Say no more.
All right, bro.
Peace. Shout out to Ghost Carter. That was super dope. Shout out to everybody who did pitch. We're gonna go into another song. You know what I'm saying? Education and entertainment. And then I know we have 2 more pitches. I'm gonna take this down. I think we making the points. I'm gonna do something even special tonight. I'm gonna do something special. The call is coming in fast. Let me answer this real quick. Hello.
Hello, sir.
Hey, you can hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yes, I can hear you loud and clear. State your name. Where you from?
Hello, my name is Hunter Sprewell. I'm originally from Las Vegas, Nevada, but I grew up, was born in Vegas, raised in both Vegas and LA, and now I live in LA right now.
Okay,
I go to Cal State Northridge.
Cool. Thank you for. Oh, I'm sorry. Continue.
Oh no. Go ahead.
No, I was
Sorry
gonna
about
say
that.
thank you for coming on to pitch. Shout out to everybody who has and wants to. It's really not easy to put in an idea that you really like, and possibly hear something that you don't want to hear. But on this platform, what we do is, we just teaching and education, and I'm sharing some insight. So, shout out to everybody who's doing that. So, I'm gonna give you the floor right now. It's 10:25, and I'm gonna give you to
Okay.
10:35, and then we're gonna go right
Yes, sir.
into, I guess, F and Genius. We're gonna try to get that, but the floor is yours.
All right. So as I said, my name is Hunter Sprewell. I'm from I reside in Los Angeles, California, and I go to Cal State Northridge, and I run a startup label called Five Star Entertainment. I have one signed artist right now. His name is Low Key G. As you know, he was supposed to perform at one of Golden 562's concerts and got canceled. So the whole his performance basically got canceled. So, but right now he currently has about like 5 singles and an album out that we put out back in April. And right now we're trying to get roll out some new singles for him, get him on one of the Golden 562's remix for one of her songs, and then we have a potential three artists coming in with two of them rappers and one of them a singer. And right now I'm in the talks of getting assigned them. And right now, and then just today I hired one of my friends to be our promotions manager because he has a lot of connections and to people in the music industry in LA. So, and the reason why I came to pitch to you was because we're as far as the creativeness, the creativity in the music. Everybody says that we have good music. It's just me as a 18-year-old running a label. I know a little bit. I know enough to know the basics of running a label, but I don't really know how to market the music as well as I should. Being the owner of the label, which is what I am in college for business and marketing. But
Nice.
yeah, but came to pitch to you because so, uh, for some a little help and guidance to help each other lift each other up in the music industry because I think SHU is a startup label or somewhat startup
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
like in
Most,
the early process. So yeah, I also believe in like if someone's doing something for me, I want to do something for them to help lift each other up.
I respect that. I respect that. I got a
And
question.
then
No, no. If you're not finished, please don't let me interrupt.
and then, oh yeah, so basically what really all I'm asking for is is a distribution sort of a label joint venture partnership between the both of us and also what we got to do to make that happen.
Okay, distribute. That was gonna be my question. My question was like, what is it? Do you need? Like, what do you want? What could I do? I heard a lot about the label on Five Star. My question to you, I know right now you have Loki 5G, and you mentioned that he has 5 singles and one album. Who do you distribute with now, if you mind me asking?
District here.
Ah, boo, boo. Okay, that's enough of that. But as far as the distribution, what record is the best record, and what's the analytics of that record? Like how is the record doing? What could you give me some stats and some energy of what's the progression of the artists that you have signed?
As far as the progression, he had a little bit of progress when with his first couple singles in his album, but then the last two singles that we put out over the summer kind of uh, numbers kind of went down a little bit.
Cool. Now
But
I'm
his
good.
but I would say not even commercially, but critically, I would say his best song would be probably Too Excited, which we released back in February.
Okay, okay. Now I know you mentioned what you were looking for me is distribution. You also spoke a lot about like how we can help each other. Now, as far as what you're deeming what distribution looks like, is it just distribution you're looking for, or you're looking for like the assistance of helping and growing and kind of like the
Picture
insights as well?
picture like a distribution slash like joint venture, like how like Death Row did with Interscope, or how Bad Boy do era stuff.
Okay. And now, how much
Like shit like that.
how much percent if we did a JV deal, which is just short for joint venture, if we did a JV deal, how much of your company are you willing to give up?
How much will it take? Just out of curiosity.
You asking me how much it would take?
Yeah.
Don't ever. Let me stop right there real quick. Don't ever put the ball in my court, especially when we playing handball. I'm throwing it to you a little bit, and the only reason why you said whatever it takes.
I'm just used to doing that because a lot of people be like upfront with how much they want. I'll be like, oh damn,
Yeah.
okay,
Yeah.
back out.
No, and I'm just sharing. Like I'm not trying to tear into you for that. This is for everybody.
Yeah.
Don't ever leave the ball in someone's court to say how much it would take, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because the moment you tell me how much it takes, I could take it as desperate, right? You're desperate, right? And then I could push the limit. I could push the limit, and I could say, you know what? It's gonna take X, Y, Z, and I could throw a little extra on now to keep you bait. Like you empowered me to present, and I could bait you with, yo, I want 82%. And we're gonna do X, Y, Z, where I probably wouldn't have went 82%.
Well, okay. Now, normally it's like I'm the kind of person where it's like I'm used to like bargaining, and I'm used to people bargaining and trying negotiating. I'm used to negotiating, but there is a certain point where I will say, yeah, I'm not doing that. Like like you said, 80%. I'm not gonna do that.
Yeah. So now, and that's another thing.
I do have a breaking point.
There's another thing with bargaining, right? And Ghost Carter said something in the chat, and it ties into what I'm gonna say. He said there's no leverage to do that yet, right? So when we're going to someone, and again, you didn't do bad, and I salute you for your age. You have an artist. I wasn't 17 when I started my joint. I wasn't 17 when I first started everything. I came home from prison. I was 28 years old. Everybody said it was a wrap for me, so I started late. I ran laps on people, but I started late. So I commend you for doing this at this age and having your feet and hands wet. So I just want to put that out there first. But also the reason why you never want to go into a negotiating state, especially with no leverage, because it pushes off the chances, because they're looking at it like, you need me, right? Especially if they, and I'm not just talking me, I'm just talking investment, and this is for all of us now. This is for an investment sense. If I'm going to someone, I want to at least, if I'm willing to give up 50% of my company, I'm going in and I'm saying 40. I'm gonna let them negotiate up to my max. I'm never gonna say what y'all want. You know what I'm saying? I might even say 35, lowball it like a motherfucker, and then hopefully they'll be like 40. I'll be like, all right, cool. When I already was like, shit, I would have gave them 50 because I need them to do it. So be careful with the negotiating in the sense of letting them set the tone for the negotiation. Always have a mark. And I know we doing this off the fly, y'all. And I just wanted to make notice of that, because I don't want no one to feel that I'm very particular about that. I don't want no one who pitched today to feel no way. Like, we're doing this for education purposes and all that. So be careful with that. But I do like the fact that you gave me a descriptive thing of what you want, distribution. It got a little gray when you say we could help each other and all that. And that's why I asked specifically, like, what else you want to do. And then it joined into a joint venture. Now, when pitching, we got to be careful how we set the tone for pitching, because you said distribution. I might have automatically just said yes to the conversation. We could have made our terms off that. I would have sent over some paperwork tomorrow, and then you would have signed it with the thoughts of like, damn, I want a joint venture. And I'm like, nah, I'm just doing distro. You got to figure that out. Like, I'm just going to help you get your records out, which distribution only does, y'all. Except shoot music. We do a little something different. But when it comes to distribution, they don't care about you. They just put your music out. They don't advise you. They don't do nothing for you. So just sharing that. But my brother, I do want, like I mentioned, I'm gonna have a conversation with everybody who pitched. The phone number That phone number, the 917 number, just text in that your name and the number that you reach. That's not my direct number. People be texting all week. That is not my direct number. That is the show number. But please, text that number with your name and phone number. I'm gonna be calling you from a different line, and we'll set up a conversation just to conversate further. That wasn't part of the plan, but that's what I'm gonna do for everybody who did pitch today. You still on, my brother?
Yes, sir.
All right, man. I want to thank you for pitching that, my brother.
Thank you. Thank you for hearing me out.
Most definitely. And please text that number. Text the number, your name and phone number. Text the number. Ghost Carter do the same thing. F and Genius do the same thing. Tino do the same thing.
Text the 917 number. Say this is on to.
Yeah. Put your name and
right.
text the number again. Even though it's gonna show up, just text the number again because that's the show line. I receive it differently, so it's not going to my phone. It's not going to my phone.
Okay.
All right, but text that line for me.
Sir.
Thank you. Have a good one.
You too.
So shout out to everybody that's going. We're gonna go into a quick record, but before he called, what I was gonna say was, if there's a brave soul, yo, F and Genius, I know you was gonna call back in. We could still have that conversation, but what I would like to do, if there's a brave soul to come on the live with me, and I'ma pitch to you. So what I'm gonna give you the opportunity to do on the fly, you can make up a company, try to keep it close because then we lose the experience. But you come on live and I'm gonna pitch to you, and I'm gonna try to give you some of the points on the fly. Now, usually I prepare for a pitch, I get my research in and all that, but anybody who's willing to come on the show and pitch with me, or let me pitch to them, I'll do it. I mean, I could do a pitch to myself right now, but that don't make it no fun. I would like to do a live pitch and have someone ask me questions. She said, call me and pitch to me. All right, Miss J, I'll pitch to you. But you got to come on the live. I'm asking somebody to come on the live. I ain't doing this on the phone. I need to see the eyes. When I pitch, I need to see the eyes because that's the whole conversation. That's another thing. It was very difficult to pitch over the phone. Especially, you don't know if I'm gonna respond, and you can't read me. Sometimes when you pitching, you could read a person like they be like, damn, I fucked that up. Or somebody like, you be like, yeah, I got him. So anybody's willing. You willing to do that? All right. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go into the song real quick, and I'm gonna send that link over to you in the meantime. So this is a Marvetta song. This song is not out. This artist right here was part of The Lion King. I forgot what character they played on Broadway for The Lion King. But they're coming back, exercising some music. This is just a tester, teaser. Was submitted just to give a vibe, to see what people feel. So check this out, y'all, and let us know what you think. Miss J, you gonna do it or Ghost? Who wanna do it? Let me know.
You keep me dreaming all night. The best dream I ever had. And when I open my eyes, all I can do is cry. 'Cause it's your loving that keeps me wanting all the love you give. You're all that I need, and I can't wait for tonight. It's just the stars in your eyes. My heart will never deny. You bring peace to my soul. You're still heaven to hold. Yeah. 'Cause in my dreams I hear tell me that you love me. All the feeling that I feel, it's coming over
That right there was Marvetta Williams. Shout out to Miss J. Miss J, she working with her. That's from The Lion King. Just helping her get back in, not even get back, get out of the Broadway aspect. And that was recorded on GarageBand, if y'all could tell. So she did it with the bare minimum and still was able to make something great out of that. So you can imagine the great. So Miss J, I sent over that link. I'm gonna do for those just coming on, we about to wrap the show, but we're gonna do a live. I'm gonna pitch, and what I'm about to do is, even though I'm going into it blind, I wanted to give an example of, especially when you're doing a live pitch, how to hit certain points. And now the question I always tell people is the who, right? The who, what, when, why, and the possibly how. You could save the how for the meetings, right? But that's what we're gonna do. So it's the who, what, when, where, why, how. You can skip the where sometimes, but it might fit in. But I'm gonna do all those. Those are the key points you want to hit. Miss J, you ain't got no link. I sent it to from the A&R Desk. It says it was delivered at 9:40. No, not 9:43. That was your email. At 10:39. She said send it to my cell phone. Miss J, this is you're making my work. Like, I got 19 screens on, and I gotta go to the 20th screen for the link. Hold on, let me see if I can make this happen. Let me see something. Alright, I'm gonna text myself the link, and then I could be able to send it to you. It's easier that way for me. And we do that. Damn, it ain't even letting me do that. Copy link. Alright, let's see. Gotta be when I'm trying to get it to Miss J, right? Oh, I didn't get to play the certified gauge joint. I'm gonna play that. I'm gonna close the night out with the certified gauge joint. I'm gonna send that out. I almost forgot. I see the certified gauge joint. He said he got it. Oh, you got your pitch. We closing. He said online pitch, and then we got. Matter of fact, I'm gonna play two songs. Miss J. You said you didn't get the email. Let me copy this. So you know what I'm gonna do? This is what I'm gonna do right now. While I do all this, let's go into that certified gauge. Y'all don't need to see my work face. I probably make wild, crazy faces when I'm trying to make something happen. So we're gonna go into the certified gauge joint. This is featuring Nim. Let's check this out, man. He said this is an exclusive. And Miss J, I'm gonna text you that, and we get that squared off, and then we're gonna close it with a CJ joint. I see CJ submitted something. So let's try that out, y'all. Let's do it.
Niggas know what it is when real niggas combine. Facts. From the top of Brooklyn down to where I'm at, Coney Island. It's fuck your life until the casket drops. Automatic clip, smack your bitch, bring the guns out. Nasty spit, acid spit, blow your lungs out. I learned from every L I took, so I never lost. This that Big Mac rap with the special sauce. Y'all niggas is buns though, extendo, look like a ponytail on Rapunzel. Gorilla from the motherfucking CI jungle. And you's a liar claiming that you riding, but I'll shoot the tires. Fuck you, your supervisor, your place of business, your girlfriend, and who's inside her. That fucking gun. My nigga, this shit's super fire. So grab the aux cord and bitch slap your Uber driver. That nigga we certified, smacking hipsters with handguns. The gun butts will knock the pencil out of his man bun. Look up just in time to see all your mans run. Not a pretty nigga, but your mom think I'm handsome.
No time for the jail. One shot, one kill. You know me from the bottom there. Everything real. Me have one, and me have 145. Lord. Me have one, and me have 145.
Automatic clear, daddy here. What the fuss about? How you niggas rockin' dead hats, but you still sunned out? Hotter than Texas at 3 p.m. when the sun's out. From the same side, but do put cough up a lung out. Short temper, but the shotty long. You ain't never had work, you like Tommy Strong. My niggas mobbing and I get my John Gotti on. Do forensics for every beat that I put a body on. Gorilla style, Nims hand me the blick. Hobby wildin', no challenge, leave a mannequin stiff. Bullets enter you, exit you, and damage your bitch. The Allen 9 for this rap shit, so answer to this.
Lord.
Certified.
No time for the chain. One shot, one kill. You know me from the bottom there. Everything real. Me have one, and me have 145. Lord. Me have one, and me have 145. Lord.
That right there was Certified Gauge. That's one of our first Is It a Smash winners, along with Gorilla Nims. Shout out to Certified. All right, we got Miss Jackson backstage. Before we bring her to the forefront, I do want to say we're going to go into the ghost card and then we're going to close it out with CJ. I got those 2 last submissions. Matter of fact, let me download those now so that way we have those queued up, because after this, I'm going to spin those and we're going to have just to close the night out. We're going to close the night out with that. So we got 2 records. One from called Pink Ribbons, Ghost Carter, and then we have Midnight, an exclusive by Midnight. All right, let me get Miss J. Let's get Miss J from backstage, and we're gonna start this. I'm a little nervous. Don't be nervous. a little nervous. Shout out Miss J. What's good with you, Miss J? Okay. So my only question is, am I pitching directly to you, who you are, and what I know of you? That's what I'm pitching to?
Whatever. Pitch whatever.
No. I'm trying to. I just can't pitch whatever. I can make up a pitch, but I'm trying to get where I'm pitching to make it fit. Because I can make. Oh wait, I'm blocked in this desk cover. Let's clean this up so that people can see my beautiful eyes, my handsome face. All right. So we got that cleared up. So I just wanted to make sure who I'm pitching to so I can get an idea of what my layout is.
You can pitch to me.
All right, cool. Let's start the music. First and foremost, how you doing today, Miss J?
I'm doing well. How are you, Mr. Spud Brooklyn?
I'm doing good. I've been watching you for some time, about like 5 years. And you've been doing impressive work, especially for someone from the insiders looking out. I wish a lot of people had the energy that you had and the progression that you have. It's very impressive. I do notice that you work with a lot of artists and putting out collaborative work. And what I see from that work, it's really amazing how you mesh different genres and different people together musically and make stuff. And I can almost guarantee a lot of people don't believe in your work, right?
Correct.
A lot of people don't believe me. But from the viewpoint that I see it, not only do I believe in your work, I believe I got something that could really help you in what you're doing. Now, I know a lot of times artists might be a little hard-headed. Well, I've been working with a lot of artists, and I'm an extremely talented A&R. Not only do I know the business side, but I know the mind of an artist. And what I'm proposing to you today is possibly being a co-management producer type of situation where when you're bringing in artists for collaborations, I can man that, watch that, guide them along the ways to maximize the record. But it gets even further. It gets even better than that. Not only working with them with the record, after the record is done, I want to pitch that for a certain fee. Now, I don't know the revenue marks of your distribution situations. I don't know that. But I'm willing to work with you on that. And I'm willing to take possibly a 5% point on revenue share if when a record gets picked up and move forward from a deal. That way, we're not working on a revenue share or overhead that you're having expense where I could come in and just take all the money. Say I'm working with a whole bunch of artists. If you don't make no money, I don't make no money. But one thing that maximizes it to the max is the fact that the artist will get a new exposure, new experience. They'll get it and then I could report directly to you, freeing up your time, your creativity to focus on your business. Now, you might be saying, why a person like me? With all the stuff that I've been doing and all the stuff that I possibly will go to, I see me in you. I see me when people did not believe in me. I see when I had great ideas and I didn't have the assets and people around me that wouldn't help me. And it took me back to that moment where I wish someone came to me. And when I see that, I want it to flourish. And not only would I want to see it flourish, because I see the greatness, I want to be there to be like, I saw it first.
Mm.
I saw it first. So that's what I want to propose to you. I want to be kind of like a project manager to your situations, taking a percentage of the records if they do excel past that. So when we could do from pitching, I could use my outlets and my resources for that. But mainly, my main focus is making sure that the products that you produce get maximized to the top quality as exposure rate as much as possible. I would love to do that for you.
Well, that sounds really good, Spud. Tell me more how you would maximize the product.
So depending on the artist, I will focus on the genre. The genre is very important. So if you got an artist that's leads, let's take rock and roll. I'll do my research that way. You don't have to do the research on seeing what the market is. But we don't want to box in the artist for the market, right? So what we'll do is we'll look for the holes in the market that give our exposure to the light of the artist. So that way we're not falling into a trend that's consistent and then we get buried under it. So I'll go case by case, artist by artist, maximizing those exposure rates to poke holes in whatever situation, genres, outlets that they have to see their highlights so we could push that to the max. And it even helps even better if we have a feature that way we could split the demographics into two markets and figure out different angles in marketing promotion, marketing strategies, and XYZs to maximize what we can do with the artists.
Can you tell me more what your game plan would look like as far as maximizing promotions, co-managing? It sounds good in theory, but give me a day in the job.
Okay, so that's a really great question because now when we talk about marketing and promo, the first thing that comes to mind is social media, right? Everyone talks about social media, but I actually come from the time where you have to have guerrilla marketing, and that's one market tool that's not expended to this max. So what I would like to do is reach out to my outlets while we burn the candles on both ends, while artists are promoting their music online using social media platforms. If they get marketing campaigns from Spotify or even Apple or even Instagram per se, what I would do is all the outlets and the resources that I have, I will walk those in and play those. So that way we burn the candle from the social media app platform aspect and the in industry aspect, so that way we could get the candle burning this way, so give an exposure rate of attention. That way the listeners, tastemakers, and everybody who's really listening to what's next got a head start, and then we'll burn the tool, so that way we can bring the exposure rate to a higher level and create that I heard that.
Okay, that sounds good, Spud. But I have a couple more questions.
Please.
You mentioned co-managing the artist, the project.
Yes.
Um, Clearly, that also brings in a little bit of A&R work,
Mm-hmm.
um, brings in admin work, networking. So there's a lot of hats to be worn with co-managing. How much would you be expecting from me?
So the beautiful thing about the co-management, I most definitely will be taking second chair of that. I would never want to interfere to the main goal of what your business means and what it's been growing for you. So first and foremost, I want to clear that. When I meant management, I was taking lead from you to free up your time so I could dedicate the efforts to your business the way you need it. Just adding my little expertise and bringing my toolbox along the way to make sure I have all the necessary tools to make sure I capitalize on everything that you possibly need.
So I've heard about you in the industry. I know you're infamous for being a disruptor. How can I ensure that you're not going to bring a derogatory aspect to my program, my label?
The beautiful thing about that question is there's no certainty what I would do, but the reason why I wouldn't be in this aspect is because I want to dedicate a lot of my time into this. A lot of companies I don't. A lot of companies I don't really approach unless I'm doing something outside. You pay me and I leave. This is something that I really want to invest the time in. So I wouldn't want to jeopardize my place and also my reputation with those that I possibly were building alongside your company as what I built myself. So as far as answering that question directly, I have too much invested in my product of myself that I would like to offer to you.
So do you have artists now that you can bring in, or are we going to be building from the ground up?
First, artists. I got tons of artists, but my first priority because I'm being injected into your company, is seeing what you have at base, because I would not want any product that you're already producing or have hands on to feel second. I would most definitely want to exercise and put the efforts into your company to make it a priority. Now, if you feel you would like me to transition into bringing an artist, that is something we can most definitely explore without a doubt. There's tons of artists that I have come on my show. There's tons of artists that I work with personally that I know not only are talented but have high potential. Now, high potential could either mean their analytics or their song structure or their ability to work, but that is most definitely something I could fulfill.
Well, Spud, you're saying all the right things. You know exactly what to say to get your foot in the door. M- My question would be, are you coachable? Would you consider yourself coachable?
Honestly speaking, no, I'm not coachable. You know why I'm not coachable? Because I never really had good leadership. A lot of people led me to stray. Under a good leadership, I could believe I could be structured as a leader, which would all in turn bring me to a big coachable state. So while being a part of this company, that's something I could learn under your leadership to get even strengthen who I am, to get a skill that could further what we do together.
There is something that I really do like about you. Um, I have a difficult time. I think you can probably bring a balance to my thought process regarding this. When
Okay?
we talk about revenue shares, you're talking 5 points for you.
Yes, 5 points me.
Um, so I'm sure you come from a culture with your own label where you want to do what's best for the artist.
That's correct.
I just don't see how you can help make my company profitable when you want to give away the store to the artist. Give me a
No,
happy medium there.
I love that because we are in the business of generating money. No company is in the business of giving away money. But my 5% take is not pertaining the artist. I'm actually trying to keep in consideration your revenue share because I do not know the stake that you have. So my idea is I don't want to come in and take a big piece of the pie from the company if we're trying to make the company flourish. So I'm willing to take a 5% of that pie, leaving 95% to how you fit. You want to distribute that to the max to your organization and your company. But my priority is solidifying myself here and making sure it's a sustainable environment.
Well, I like what you bring to the table. I would like to consider you maybe coming in, if you're okay with it, volunteering for maybe 30 days so we can see how we work together. And if that goes well, I really don't want you to take 5%. I would like to negotiate something higher because I am going to put you to work.
All right, fly me in right now. Let's do it.
Okay. Okay. Well, I think I got a couple of references for you. I'll make some phone calls. Your reputation speaks for itself. And I think you've answered all my questions. So, what I will do is give you a call so we can set up a meeting for next week and go over more of the details, the contracts, and maybe brainstorm some other situations in which we can build together.
Gotcha. Thank you so much. I look forward to
Thank
working with
you.
you in the future.
Thank you.
All
Bye
right.
bye.
All right, y'all. I'm gonna let Miss J get back on. So now I'm gonna share some of the stuff that y'all even me said that was too long. Miss J was trying to stumble me, but I loved it. I loved that she was stumbling me. So I used a lot of information that I knew pertaining to music business, but I want to share something with y'all for those that were watching. Right through that whole pitch, I spoke less about me. Fuck me. I know what I want. I want the 5%. I want the 5%. Once I get the 5%, I'm in there. So the pitch, what I did was the who. I explained who I was. But the most important part about the who is I spoke about the person. When you're going to someone for a pitch, they don't care who you are. I'm gonna keep it real. They don't care who you are. You know why? Because they know they got what you need in 90% of the pitches. I don't want to say they don't care. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to say that. But the who is, I stole a little bit about me, but I spoke about the who. That lets them know I'm invested in the idea of that company. No company wants to be in business if you have no clue. I can't tell you how many people says, yo, Spud, I want to do business. I want to do business. And when I really want to turn it up, I be like, yo, what you like about my website? Website, I didn't check it. How you want to do business with me? You ain't even check my website, bro. What artists did I work with? What artists that I worked with you like? And I do that to really push the envelope. So I did, that was my who. The what? I spoke about a direct thing I wanted to do. The direct thing that I wanted to do. Now, if y'all notice what I did was I spoke about a direct thing, but then I threw some things in and she caught it. When I said management, I said project manager, then I said management, and then I'll even transition to I could shop and get a percentage. We got stuck on that. I put a whole bunch of things in with what I want to do. Boom. And then I threw in my options to create an option for the listener. So that way, if she be like, nah, I don't need a project manager. Oh, wait, you want to shop? It strengthened me. So I didn't say then like I pitched a whole bunch of things, but I had a direct. So that was my what. The when, I put the when on the her when she's ready to pull the trigger. You know why? No one wants to lose control of their shit. Nobody wants you to come involved and talking about we got a joint venture, we partners now, and now you got all these big No, it's about the person. So I did a lot of my wins when the person was ready. Like, whenever you ready to pull the trigger, whenever you, that's the win. That's the win. And I like how she said, how does that look? How does that look? And even in the how it looks, I wanted to take the business that I'm talking to in consideration, right? The why. The why. So I started early with the why because I said, yo, it looks like how I looked. And people didn't believe in me, which once you say that, once I was painting the picture of like people don't believe in you, I'm letting the listener know I do though. So automatically, because I do, the vision in which she holds, she's not going to question my vision. Because I told her, yo, people don't believe you and this is why I'm here. So whatever her vision was, already I'm in the pipeline of, all right, we see eye to eye. So I had to do a less proving of that vision, which that is an easy tack. You mentioned, we kind of the same. How? You know what I'm saying? But I already evaded that. So that was my why. That was my why. And of course, the when she asked, yo, you got artists, when you want to do this, how you want to do this. And again, when I did the when, I completely put it back to the importance of the company. Now, I'm normally more prepared and I knew a lot of information in the approach of pitching it to her. But when I am pitching to someone, that's what I do. I think I got stuck. Did I freeze on y'all? I don't know if I froze, but it looked like I froze. But that is the importance of the pitch, y'all. When you're pitching to someone, you got to hit the why it's them. Because they know if you wouldn't come, you would walk past me if I could not do what you needed. I know, like, who goes to anybody that don't need it? It froze, right? Y'all can still hear me? Or did it freeze? Or I'm frozen? Let me, they probably telling me, yo, shut up. You talking too much. Let me see this. How's that, y'all? Is that better? They said you froze. Man, you froze. We good now. Okay, so y'all can hear me, but I'm back. All right, cool. I don't know. When I start talking, they be like, all right, bro, pull the plug. You know how the Grammys be? But that was one thing I wanted to do, y'all. I just wanted to give y'all an example of the pitch. Sometimes it's not that easy. Sometimes I'm in there fighting for what I got to do. But the key to pitching is understanding the person you're sitting in front of. A lot of times when we pitch, we so caught up in our shit, what we want, what we can do. I could have played the whole, I worked with Def Jam and I did that. And sometimes that is needed. Sometimes that's needed. But 90% of the time, people just want to hear why you appreciate them to work with them, because they're inviting you into their baby, into their work. They gotta know like they could trust you. Think of it. I'm gonna go into this pink ribbons real quick, but I want to say, think of pitching to someone like you asking to cook in their kitchen. Asking to cook. Next time you pitch to someone, you are asking to walk into their kitchen. You think you saying, yo, I'm the best chef in the world and I do this is gonna bring them into your kitchen? Shit, you're gonna be left on the step. This is Pink Ribbons right here. Ghost Carter, y'all. Check this out.
Memories of your mommy at a flyers when everything she touched turned gold like King Midas. Your granny and your favorite auntie was some of the flyers to be stricken by this heartless disease, showing no bias. Seeing them cry is strange and it's terrible, but seeing them die is a pain that's unbearable. Whether you do clerical work or retail, you're at risk. Long as your gender is female, sure it can be hell, and sure you can prevail by not letting your train of thoughts get derailed or lost like seashells. You gotta stay strong from your faith straight down to the tone in your emails. Things will be swell, your heart still beating, you got eyesight, your blood counts rich with T cells. Women gotta be tough dealing with these males and hold a lot of weight like digital weed scales. The details affect from women who sell sex to secretaries typing memos with spell checks. They bending over backwards, breaking their frail necks. From accountants, lawyers, beauticians, and nail techs. Models whose boots, skirts, and blouse mean. Desperate housewives that's keeping their house clean. I think giving back's the way I could link living for a cause to these beautiful women with pink ribbons. Breast cancer. I need you to fight for your life. Even though you're feeling like you're cursed, you're not. It's just life, and it can get worse than breast cancer. We both gotta fight for your life. Not knowing what's ahead can be scary when your bloodline shows that it's hereditary. Suddenly it's not about wealth or cream, cause your bad news fuels somebody else's dream. Focus on the good times when you felt supreme. Never lose faith and never lose self-esteem. You're far from hopeless. Baby, you're so blessed, and your presence is an air of breath that's so fresh. I need you to be twice the woman you once were, even though you may suffer the loss of both breasts. Get more rest and yet remain active, remain loving, dress sexy, feeling attractive, pedicure your feet and manicure your cuticles. Show the world women with no hair can be beautiful. It's not unusual for you to feel bad. You're probably still mad. It's honestly real sad. Spitting the image of your mother, father's little angel. So regardless if you're grown deep down, it kills dad. I will add, just shines a sweet glow. At times it's people that still trying to mac, even though them pills had you kinda weak though. You fine and chemo is not denying you that. I try and do that. Research for the best answers. There's less teachers, tennis players, and less dancers. And more babies with need of fresh Pampers. And more ladies battling bouts of breast cancer. Breast cancer. I need you to fight for your life. Even though you're feeling like you're cursed, you're not. It's just life, and it can get worse than breast cancer. We both gotta fight for your life. Not knowing what's ahead can be scary when your bloodline shows that it's hereditary.
Yo, shout out to Ghost Carter on that, man. Before we close the night out, I want to say as I was listening to that song, it hit home because I actually watched sending my love and blessings to Martha Caraballo in heaven. I watched her fight cancer and succumb to it, and step by step of that record, it was heartfelt. So salute to you, my dude. Salute to you. Rest in peace, Martha Caraballo, my mother-in-law. We love you. As the night goes, shout out to it hit home. Shout out to everybody that's on right now. The pictures was dope. I hope we got a lot of information going. I want to send a big shout out to everybody who pitched. That was amazing stuff. We can't do this without us taking a chance, man. So shout out to everybody that was here, listen, everybody who took a chance. And again, if you pitched and you had make sure you text that number with your name and number, and we're gonna have a conversation. But again, shout out to you, Ghost Carter. That's a dope record too, and it means a lot. It means a lot for those living and those who aren't here anymore. You know what I'm saying? We most definitely need that. Alright, y'all know the rules, y'all know the game, and y'all know the saying. Know your boundaries, push your boundaries, break some boundaries. Consistency is the key, but proficiency is the doorway. Don't keep doing something that don't make sense, because it won't make sense, and it damn sure won't make sense. Let's give a round of applause to everybody who submitted their music today and everybody who did a pitch today. Very brave. All right, and shout out to everybody on the MJ Presents app. If you did not download the app, download MJ Presents. It's on the Apple Store, Google Store, all those other stores. Download the app. We have playlisting. We have the live shows there, and it'd be pretty dope. If you want to get your music on playlisting, reach out to Miss Jackson. There's different ways we could go about it, but it does help your algorithm. All right, y'all. We're gonna close it out with a Vibes with CJ. Shout out to the SMG Camp Shoe Music Group. Yes, we not traditional. We break traditions and keep some. You heard? All right, y'all. We not all about giving advances, but we about advancing. Shout out to Vibes with CJ. If you haven't heard Weekend Party, it's out now. But let's check out this one. This one's called Midnight. And we are creeping up to the midnight hour here on the East Coast. So let's close it out with this one, man. Y'all have a good night. Dope show, y'all. Dope show. Miss J, thanks for putting me on the spot. Miss J was trying to dig. She was trying to dig. All right, y'all. Y'all have a good night, man. Be safe. Keep creative.
This is the A&R Desk with Spud Brooklyn.
Yeah, yeah.
Studio, we get busy.
We can have lots of fun. Girl, the night just begun. Body moving, we mad. Till the beat we run. And the genius feel like we're the one. Midnight be the burning till we see the sun. Hands on your waist, girl, the vibe so true. Stars in the skies, but they all fade to you. You the type of fire I can't let go. Moonlight on your skin, got the whole place glow. Every little move, yeah, you take control. Feeling like the night size, we don't need no show. Rising every step you take. Thoughts in your rhythm, no chance to escape. Got me addicted, girl, it's more than fake. Midnight love is a chance we could make. Don't stop the way rolling. Your eyes, let me see you can show it. Baseline, got the night wide open. One touch and my heart is stolen. We can have lots of fun. Girl, the night just begun. Body moving, we mad. Till the beat we run. And the genius feel like we're the one. Midnight be the burning till we see the sun. Hands on your waist, girl, the vibe so true. Stars in the skies, but they all fit to you. Whisper my name.